In 1965, you could buy this Porsche for less than the price of a house. Today, it'll cost you more than most people's retirement fund. The Porsche 356 SC, the car that started it all. And here's what nobody tells you about it. Before the 911 became a legend, Ferry Porsche built something simpler, something purer. And if you understand this car, you understand everything Porsche became. The origin story. 1948. Europe is in ruins. Ferdinand Porsche, the man who designed the Volkswagen Beetle for Hitler, is in prison. His son, Ferry, is hiding in a tiny Austrian town called Gmünd. No factory, no money, no future. But Ferry had a problem. He wanted a sports car, something nimble, reliable, fun, and nothing on the market fit. So he said something that changed automotive history. If I can't find the car I'm dreaming of, I'll build it myself. And here's the crazy part. He built the first one by hand, in a sawmill. That first car had an aluminum body hammered over a wooden frame, a Volkswagen Beetle engine mounted behind the rear axle. It weighed less than 1,300 pounds. And in 1948, Ferry Porsche built exactly 8 of them, by hand. But here's what most people don't know. Ferry didn't start with a factory. He started with a dream and a sledgehammer. By 1950, they moved to Stuttgart. By 1965, they'd built over 76,000 cars, from 8 handmade machines to a global icon, in 17 years. But the 356 kept evolving, pre-A, A-B. By 1964, Porsche introduced the C-Series, the most refined 356 ever built. Better brakes, more power, smoother ride, and at the top of the lineup sat the SC. SC stood for Super, not Super Carrera. That was the racing version. The SC was the sweet spot, 95 horsepower, disc brakes on all 4 corners, the first 356 to have them, a top speed of 125 miles per hour. And it was civilized. You could daily drive it, take your wife to dinner, then beat Corvettes on back roads. But 1965 was the end. The 911 was here, and Porsche was moving forward. Only around 2,356 SCS were ever built. And nobody knew it at the time, but this wasn't just the end of a model. It was the end of an era. The last simple Porsche. The last time they'd build a car this light, this analog, this honest. The engineering brilliance. So what made the 356 SC special? Let's talk engineering, because this is where Porsche showed the world what they were capable of. The heart of it, a 1.6-liter air-cooled flat 4, 4 cylinders, 2 carburetors, 95 horsepower. Now, if you grew up in the muscle car era, that sounds pathetic. Your neighbor's Chevelle had 400 horsepower, but here's the secret. The 356 SC weighed 1,980 pounds, less than 2,000 pounds. That Chevelle? 3,800 pounds. The Corvette? 3,200. The 356 SC was a featherweight. And that power-to-weight ratio meant something incredible. It was fast. Not drag strip fast, corner speed fast, real-world fast, and here's the part nobody talks about. It could hit 125 miles per hour. In 1965, with 95 horsepower. And those disc brakes? First time on a 356, 8 calipers, German engineering. Before this, 356S had drums. And if you've ever tried to stop a rear-engine car with drum brakes at speed, you know why this mattered. This was Porsche learning, evolving, perfecting. But here's my favorite detail. New, this car cost $4,600. The average American house, $13,000. So you could buy a Porsche for a third of the price of a home. Today, that SC will cost you $150,000 to $300,000. And that house? Maybe $400,000? The math doesn't add up, does it? That Porsche appreciated. The house barely did. But numbers don't tell the whole story. Let me paint you a picture. You sit low. The steering wheel is thin, almost delicate. No power steering, no power brakes, no ABS, no traction control, no computers. Turn the key. There's no key fob, just a physical key, and that flat 4 coughs to life behind you. It sounds like an angry Volkswagen, because that's essentially what it is. First gear, the shifter is long, mechanical. You can feel every gate. Second gear, the engine's right behind your head, air-cooled fins whistling. No radio? You don't need one. The engine is the soundtrack. And here's what they don't tell you in the brochures. This car talks to you. The steering, the suspension, the brakes. Every input has a response. And that's what we lost. That conversation between driver and machine. Modern Porsches are faster, safer, more capable, but they don't talk like this. The 356 SC doesn't isolate you from the road. It connects you to it. Every pebble, every camber change, every corner. You feel it all. And for those of us who grew up before power everything, before computers ran our cars, this is what driving used to be. The legacy. But the 356 wasn't just a pretty sports car. It won races, lots of them. Class wins at Le Mans, domination in European hill climbs, rally championships. These little Porsches punched way above their weight. Here's the thing, regular people raced them, not factory teams, not millionaires, dentists, lawyers, enthusiasts. You could buy one on Friday, race it on Saturday, drive it to work on Monday. James Dean drove a Porsche 550 Spyder, built on the 356 platform. Steve McQueen owned a 356. These weren't poser cars, these were the real deal. And today, that 356 SC you could have bought for $4,600? At auction, pristine examples are selling for $200,000, $250,000, sometimes over $300,000. Of the 76,356s ever built, only 2,000 were SCS, and most of them are locked away in collections. So why does the 356 SC still matter? Because it represents something we can't get back. This was the bridge car, pre-war craftsmanship with post-war innovation, hand-built bodies with modern disc brakes, simplicity with sophistication, and it's the last time Porsche built something this uncomplicated. The 911 that replaced it, more complex, more powerful, better objectively, but not simpler, never simpler. Today, there's a global community keeping these cars alive. The 356 Registry, clubs in every country, restoration shops that specialize in nothing else. Because once you drive one, you understand. This isn't about speed, it's not about status, it's about connection. The 356 SC is the automotive equivalent of a mechanical watch in a digital world. Inefficient, outdated, absolutely irreplaceable. The 356 SC wasn't just the end of Porsche's first chapter. It was the perfection of an idea, that a small, simple, beautifully engineered car could change everything. Ferry Porsche started with 8 hand-hammered cars in a sawmill. He ended with a legend, and that legend? It's sitting in someone's garage right now, waiting to remind us what driving used to feel like. This is Motorified, where we celebrate the last analog era. The cars you grew up dreaming about, the machines that made you fall in love with driving. Next week, we're diving into the Porsche 944, the affordable sports car nobody took seriously until it was too late. Hit subscribe so you don't miss it. Because these stories, they're disappearing, and we're running out of time to tell them.